guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Seasons After Fall. In the last episode, we woke up two of our guardian friends, the guardian of fall over here, this gorgeous crane, and then the guardian of spring way over here, who seems to be some sort of eel. And the last guardian we have to wake up should be right at this little stone right here, the guardian of summer. I believe it was a cicada off in the mountains, and the mountains is the very last place that we have to revisit. There also seems to be just one more spot for one of these dreams too, so I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere in the mountains. We're going to have to keep a very close eye out for that because I refuse to leave any of these places without finding those special dreams. So that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to see if we can find the dream and hopefully find the altar that should help summon the Guardian of Summer over to the center of the sanctuary too. So let's see, I think this is where the mountains were. Yeah, this looks right. This should take us straight into the mountains, and then we should be able to explore all of these new areas. The ranges, and it looks like we actually found all of the flowers in this area too. But I think we already did this puzzle. I think we did because it opened up this log right here, which let us pass through freely. So that's good. At least we don't have to redo any of that. I know in the swamp in the last episode, a couple of the areas seemed very, very different. Actually, it seemed like the log may have fixed itself. I'm not 100% sure, but that allowed us to go deeper into the swamps than we've ever been before. And let's see, we want to go up here, I believe. We need to get to some sort of tree stump, if I remember correctly, because that's where the Guardian of Summer was before. Though I am keeping an eye out very high up and down low, wherever we haven't really explored before, just to, make sure that we're not missing anything. So this little jellyfish wasn't there before, or at least it wasn't available for us to bark to. And it looks like it's giving us another one of those big light trails to take us to a new area. Let's see, this is very high up. Whoa! Where on earth are you taking us, jellyfish? Hopefully it's going to be toward that dream, right? Well, that is definitely a new area, so we may as well check that out. There's no way that we could have ever gotten up there before. I do remember that mushroom that's down below. I believe we had to lower the water level at some point so we could get back to the center of the sanctuary. But let's see what is over here. Let's see, it's one of these trees. Okay, so we have actually been here before. That's kind of surprising. I can't remember exactly how we got up here before, but we have definitely been here. Let's go ahead and go this way, I suppose. It looks like we have to go just a little bit higher, actually, so we should have stayed on the trees. Unfortunately, it has been so long since we've been to the mountains, because that's the only place that we haven't revisited, of course. Let's see if we can jump this way. There we go. And there's those flowers, too, so we have definitely been here. And let's see, there's one of these plants again, but I don't believe we're going to need it because it seems like the pathway is already open. And this is that tree, actually. This is the tree that we grew last time we were here. I do remember that. We had all of those little seeds to kind of plant into the ground and then water with those big pods. I'm not exactly sure what they are. They kind of remind me of the piranha plants from Mario, though. And let's see, do we need to go up here? I don't believe we do. So we'll just keep going this way, and we'll see if we can find anything new. Now this might actually take us toward that tree stump where the cicada is living. Let's see, the foliage. Yeah, I believe this is. And it looks like we have one last flower to find in this area. And I do believe I remember one of those flowers being in a slightly inaccessible area before. So let's see. Oh my goodness, wait a second. What is all of this? Are those our fireflies? Well, those were the offspring of the cicada, right? I believe that's what that was. But what is that symbol? Oh geez, this is going to be very, very complicated, isn't it? This reminds me of all of those little puzzles that we had to complete in the caves. So I'm assuming that's probably what we're going to have to do here, because I know there was an area to do that, and these guys are really leading us off somewhere. I guess we better follow them? I have a feeling they're probably going to those stones though, aren't they? Let's see, we should probably change it over to fall so that we can jump on these mushrooms, because that will definitely help. Let's see, they're making these big diamonds now, too. What on earth are you guys doing? Let's see. If we go this way...
This stone contains the driest and hottest of the four winds, the Sirocco. 4 symbols have been engraved around it. Whoever carved them wanted to weaken the power of the stone. I've seen these symbols somewhere before. I can hear the cicadas scratching on a branch lower down. Find them and watch them closely. They know how to reproduce these marks.
Oh, yes. It sounds like that's exactly what we're going to have to do. Oh, no. So I guess we do just have to follow these guys. Okay, so we have this jellyfish right here, which should hopefully take us to wherever they're flying off to. And yeah, it really does seem like they are probably going to have to do the same thing that those little fireflies did in the caverns. So I did not memorize the carvings that we saw on the wall there, unfortunately, but hopefully it'll give us a chance to kind of look at them again wherever we're going. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And hopefully the fireflies are going to follow me on these little cicadas here. There we go. I wasn't sure if I had to wait for them way back there. At least they're easy to see. I mean, they're very easy to find, and here we are, aren't we? Yep, with all of these floating platforms. Oh my goodness. This is what I was worried about. Now let's see. How on earth are we supposed to make all of those symbols? That is the question. It looks like there are some carvings on this tree. Like you can see those little almost infinity symbols back there. And then up on top there were a couple of diamonds, just like the symbols that they're kind of making right now. So let's just give it a try. Let's have one go right here. And then if I can get onto another one of these floating platforms, I'll have it connect to the one off to the right. There we go, and maybe it'll make a diamond a little bit big enough for us to match that symbol right there. Let's see, we'll place one right there. Is that going to do anything? Because it is definitely covering that symbol. So I'm assuming that is the correct way to do that one at least. Oh my goodness, this is going to be very, very tricky. Let's see, if we go over here, what are we supposed to do for these? These little, like, circle symbols? What on earth does that mean? Maybe I should have actually, like, memorized all of those carvings next to the stone. I mean, I guess the thing that confuses me the most about this is that these symbols behind these stones are different from these big diamonds that we have right now. I mean, is it different if we change the seasons, maybe? Let's try summer. Oh my gosh, it is! Oh gosh, so we need to go based on the different seasons, I guess? So summer gives us those little dots like we have on the right there. And then let's see, how about winter? Okay, so a regular straight line in winter, that'll actually help us maybe if we have to make those symbols around the stone. And then let's see, how about a springtime? Springtime gives us those loops. Oh my goodness! Okay, so that is definitely going to help us. Hang on a second. Can we actually line this up now? So if we start way down here, once this floating platform is done, actually we could just start right here, couldn't we? We'll put the first one right there. And then if we connect it to this one, and then connect it to the one way over on the left here too, then it should hopefully make that symbol completely, right? Yeah, there's that looping symbol. And then if we can get to one of the higher platforms here, maybe we can change it over to the summertime. Now, are the rest of them going to change too, or are they going to stay? Okay, they actually stay as those loops because we already put the bugs inside those stones. So we can connect the rest of them. Let's see if I can just make it over to one of the higher platforms. This is what makes it so tricky too. I mean, not only do we have all of this to deal with, but we also have to figure out how to get on top of these floating platforms. So there's only one dot right there. Let's see, this might actually be the wrong direction. This might be the completely wrong direction. I may have had to start somewhere else. But if we change it over to the fall time now, that gives us those diamonds. And then we have to get over here somehow. Let's see. I completely missed all the platforms. Oh my gosh. We have to get onto this one right here. And then we can connect it to here. Yeah, I think I was actually supposed to start somewhere else. It does seem like it. So this is completely wrong, but we'll just place that right there so that it'll restart. Just go in there, little guy, and then we can restart this chain right here. And then hopefully it'll be the right way. So let's see. We have a big dot right there and a big dot on the left, which I assume means that that's where it like ends. Maybe that's where it ends. It could also mean that we're supposed to connect them with the winter lines too. So you know what? I'm just going to speed up the video until I figure this out because we're going to be here forever if we wait for JessiMew to figure out this crazy puzzle. So I'll speed up the video for you guys and I will get it done. my goodness, finally. It seems so easy when you're looking at it now that it's completed, but I think it's just the fact that we are spinning in constant circles that is just throwing me for a loop right now. So that's one of the carvings complete, actually. That's what it looks like. Now, how on earth are we going to do the rest of them? Oh my gosh. So these definitely did not change. The carvings on the wall, those look exactly the same. I mean, maybe there's a different place where we could possibly, like, find the carvings on the trees. I am going to do a little bit more exploring, I think. We're going to explore just a little bit elsewhere to see if there's anything else that we could possibly find. Let's see, this is taking us back to where the original jellyfish kind of led us to. So if we go out this way instead, we should be able to get elsewhere. And like maybe there's a different tree out there with a different carving on it that will help us kind of like guide us in the right direction, because oh my goodness, are those ever hard to do? Let's see, if we go up this way, I believe this takes us kind of like right back to where the stone was. But there are other pathways for us to use too. I do remember last time we were here, there were a lot of different like twists and turns to this big log. So if we go up here, there is a little place right here that we can kind of sneak into. Let's see, will this take us out anywhere? And we have another one of these platforms up here that we could possibly use. This might be out towards the beginning. Yeah, I do remember this. What's over here, though? Have we ever gone over here? It's a completely different area over here, so maybe this is the right way? Let's see, the summit. Yeah, we've never even been here before. Oh, but our little fireflies didn't follow us. That's not good. Okay, so maybe this is something different. But we might as well go here anyway, because this might be where the dream is. This might be where we need to go. So let's see, we'll just like hop up all of these to make sure we're not missing anything. It looks like we're fine, though. And then it seems like it's very quiet here, actually. Okay, so here's the flowers. I guess we can't actually do anything over here yet. Maybe the Guardian of Summer is going to open this up for us? Or maybe this is something that we have to do after we summon all the Guardians or something. I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, I would expect that the dream would probably be around here somewhere. Especially in a place that we haven't even explored yet. So we'll come back to that at some point. Oh no, where are my fireflies? Where on earth are they? Do I need to go get them? Maybe I'll go get them over at their mother over here. We'll go get them where the Guardian of Summer is waiting. And look at that. Oh, she actually has one of the symbols back there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to copy this down very quickly so I don't forget this. So we have those big diamonds down at the bottom. And then we also have those lines that we get from the winter season. And then we have the big summer season up at top, the winter season again, and then of course the diamond for the fall. Okay, we are going straight back to that tree so that we can hopefully take care of that next. Let's see, if we go this way, we should be able to get back to it, right? I believe this was the way. We'll go through here. Thankfully, the little fireflies are following me this time. I was a little bit worried about that. They didn't seem to want to follow me anymore. But yeah, I'm not sure what could possibly be in the summit. It seemed very, very empty right now, so I'm assuming after we do whatever we are supposed to do over here, all of these carvings and whatnot, hopefully that'll unlock for us so that we'll be able to find something new. Yeah, this puzzle is crazy. Like, it looks so easy once you finally figure out what you're supposed to do. But it's just those platforms that kind of spin you in circles and make you forget what you're even looking at. It makes it definitely a little bit harder than it should be. We need to replicate that little image that was on the Guardian of Summer, I believe. So let's see, we want to have this fall season. We're going to start with the fall. So why don't we start on the left, I guess, since we're going this way. We'll put this guy right here. And then I believe we want to change it over to, would it be the winter next? We'll change it to winter, and then we have to get a little bit higher. That is my problem right now. That is like the big problem, just trying to get onto these platforms, because unfortunately they're always like in the wrong place that you need them. So let's go up here, and then we have to get all the way to the other side somehow. And then we kind of need it to like loop over in the other direction. You know, I don't think there are actually enough stones for this. So there has to be another area in this tree where we can possibly complete the puzzle, because I think we need a area with 3 stones, 3 different stones, 3 stones high anyway, because we need to connect this one right here. But then we need to loop the winter straight line over to the top right corner, I believe. And we're not actually going to have enough space for all of those different symbols. So there has to be a different area where we can actually complete this. Yeah, we need to find a different place with an area that is like 3 stones high. Hopefully there's another area in here somewhere where we can do that, because otherwise all of those symbols are not going to fit in that space. So let's see, we'll just follow all of these different platforms up, because we were getting to a different area when we were over here. So there's a chance that there might be a completely different tree where we can do all of these different little designs. Yeah, this is very, very tricky, guys. This is definitely the hardest puzzle that we've come across in the game so far. And these are out of sync. Our little floating platforms are out of sync. There we go. Now they're in sync, and we can go up this way. Yeah, I don't think we went this way before. So we'll see if there's anything up here. Aha, here's another tree. So we have one stone down there, and we have all of the carvings here too. Oh my gosh, there's another one right here, and then it goes even higher than that. Let's see, is there going to be a third one? Yes, I think there is. Oh, perfect. Okay, so this should be where we can complete at least the image that the cicada gave us. So we want to start all the way at the bottom. We'll do the same thing that we did before. We'll bark at this one, and then we have to go up a little bit higher to complete the little circuit right there, the little diamond. We'll bark at that one right there, and then we need to change it over to the winter time. So we'll change it to winter, and then go, if I can grab this quickly, there we go. If we go to the top right corner, is that one the top? I think it is. Bark at that one and then change it over to the summertime. Hopefully, I didn't think it was going to stick in there, but it did. And now if we change this to the summer and bring it over to the top left corner, that should complete the top row. Yeah, this is very, very tricky. There we go. And then I believe it's back to the winter time to bring it down to the right middle. Yeah, there it is. The right middle. Right here, we'll bark right there just like it is on the other side, and then we just have to change it over to the fall time again for the very final piece. There we go, that should be it. It looks right to me. There we go, I think that should be it. Now hopefully the cicada is going to give us another little clue, because that was very helpful. If I can write those down, then it should be much, much easier to figure all of these out. So we have 2 of them so far, and I guess I'll go back to the cicada area to see if it's changed at all, and then we'll have to run all the way back here if it has, and hopefully complete the rest of them. Oh, wait a second, look at that! It's up in the sky! I didn't even have to go all the way back to the cicada. Alright, so we'll copy that one down too. It looks like it's just the fall and the winter season. And then hopefully that'll be the 3rd one complete, and then we just have to figure out where the final one is. Okay, so we can go all the way back to the tree now, which I believe is just like right here. Yeah, we're already here. Thankfully I didn't have to go very far at all, and we're already in the fall season. So if we go to the middle stone, I believe on the left, we can start it. This looks like it might be the middle. And then we will bark into this one. There we go. We'll bark into that one, and then we'll go up to the top. Now I just have to wait for these crazy platforms to line themselves up correctly. There we go. We'll bark to that one, and then we'll send it over to the right, I believe. There were 3 of these diamonds, so we want the second one to go right here. Hopefully that connected. There we go. And then we want the 3rd one to go straight down again, and then we need to change it over to the winter season. So that one's going to go in there, and that's all 3 of the diamonds complete. And then we have to change it over to winter, and I believe we just have to deal with the bottom layer now. So if we bark at that one first, and then we send the very final one off in this direction, that should be the correct symbol. Let's see. Yep, it looks like it did it. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's much easier now that I know how to do this. There we go. So just one more symbol, right? And then we should be able to crack open that very, very final stone. And hopefully we're going to be able to find the last symbol there as easily as we did this one. Let's see, if I go back up there, I'm guessing it's probably not going to be in the same place, but we'll just give it a check anyway. Let's see, yeah, that is the one that we had from before, so that hasn't changed. Why don't we go out this way though? Maybe this is the right way? No, it certainly doesn't look like it. That's a complete dead end. Okay, so we'll try the other direction instead. I don't think I went off this way. There may have been another platform that we could take, but again, like, it's just waiting for these platforms to get into the right location. That's really, really confusing because you forget what you're trying to accomplish as you're up here. Yeah, I did see a little pathway up on the left, but now I have to find a way up there. Hopefully that's going to be where the very final little design is. But let's see, if we go up this way, and then we hit this one right here. Then we just have to jump onto this one. And there's one a little bit higher, so we'll see if we can get to this one right here, and then hopefully there's going to be a symbol. Oh, there's no symbol up here. Well, I will go exploring, I suppose, and I'll see you guys when I find that very final symbol. Oh, there we go. There's another jellyfish that we haven't used yet. Okay, so that's off to the right somewhere. So that's going to take us way up there. Oh my gosh. Maybe that'll help? I mean, if it's a new area, it's probably going to unlock something that we haven't seen before, and fingers crossed it's going to end up being that very last symbol that we need, because I have explored basically every other inch of this area. I even went back to the summit to see if maybe something appeared there, but nothing has yet. So let's see, it's somewhere off in this direction. Is there a little pathway here? There is, but I think that takes us right back out to the beginning of the area. So we probably want to go a little bit higher. Now we have to deal with these floating platforms again. Like, again, this is the only thing that is trying my patience right now, these floating platforms. It definitely makes all of these puzzles a little bit more challenging than they honestly need to be. But let's see, if we go up to this one, maybe this will be where it is. I think this was a dead end before. Yeah, it was. Okay, so let's go in here, and let's see where this leads us to. Please be wherever this last symbol is. That is all I need right now. Let's see. This is definitely different. Is this a whole new tree? Oh, geez, this is a whole new tree, isn't it? Oh my gosh, and they're moving fast? And I don't see any of the stones that we can actually use, so maybe we just have to memorize this. Oh my goodness, okay. So we'll write this down too. We have, of course, the little diamond up there, right up at the top. And then from there, we want to go diagonal with a winter piece. And then we want to do the springtime piece, the winter again, and then finally it ends with winter once more. So that should be okay. We'll give that a try. Let's see if we can make it all the way back there. Is this a little way to go? Yeah, it is. And these are those last flowers too. Oh, the last flowers we needed in this area. Yeah, we couldn't get up to that spot before, the little platform way up there. So there we go, we completed all of the flowers in this crazy, crazy mountain range. And this should actually be right where the tree is, right? Yeah, this is the tree. Okay, so we need to start at the very tippity top with the fall time diamond. And then from there, we want to change it to winter. So one step at a time, we'll go all the way to the top to the right. I believe we have one more little platform to get on top of. Yeah, this should be the very tippity top. And then we can place the first little bug into this stone right here. And then we want it to go over to this one. There we go. I think that was enough time. Yeah, there we go. So there is the first diamond, and then from there we change it over to, oh no, I hope I didn't bark at it. We want to change it over to the winter time, and then go down here, I believe, to the right middle stone, which should bring it diagonally to where it needs to be. And then from there it should be spring, right? Yeah, we definitely are improving our efforts here by writing down these crazy symbols. There's no way I would have been able to memorize that myself. So let's see, if I can get one of the platforms to go just a little bit closer to this stone, then we can bark at that one. And then I believe the very final pieces were from the winter time. So we'll change it to winter, and then we want to go, let's see, straight down from there. Straight down to here. And then over finally to the right. And this should be it. I really hope this is it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go all the way back and try to figure it out again. Let's see, is that it? It looks like that's it. Oh my goodness, you guys. So that's the very final carving. That should be the final carving. And then when we go back to that last stone, that should actually be the final stone that we need. Now, the only issue is we haven't actually woken up the Guardian of Summer yet. So we still have to find the altar somewhere, and that actually might be at the summit, wouldn't it be? That's probably where we need to go. We need to go to the summit after we do all of this. So if we go down here, this should drop us right back to where the cicada is. Let's see, the cicada was always right at the start. Yeah, there's the cicada with all of its little children too. And then if we go down this way, hopefully we'll be able to make it over to that stone. I believe it was one layer down, right? If we go down here, loop around, we can get to the stone and at least reap the rewards of the stone. I mean, at least there's that, right? Yeah, here we go. So let's break open the stone. Finally, the very final stone. That took forever.
It isn't so bad, you know, Fox. She just doesn't understand the ritual of the seasons. Her fears have overwhelmed her, and she's built a prison around herself. I beg you, do anything to get her out and bring her back to us.
Okay, so here is the final stone, at least what I believe is the final stone, and it should be the final time that we go in there and destroy one of her fears too, those little balls of light. So let's see, here we are, this is a very familiar place.
Just leave me alone, please. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to return to the sanctuary.
I feel really bad for her though, I mean, it seems like the way that the Guardians dealt with her just wasn't the right way to teach her how she should act as her role as the seed.
The ritual of the seasons isn't what you imagine. I'm sure the Guardians want to forget me. They wanted to abandon me.
And she certainly doesn't understand what the Guardians actually wanted because they just wanted the best for her. They wanted her to grow into, I guess, her full potential. But if we go up this way, we should be able to actually just hop straight over here. There we go, that's not too bad. And then we just have to bark at these little guys to get them to kind of unravel back into the ground, just like in the beginning of the game when we were in the roots. That's why I think she was probably controlling that too. But let's see, which way do we actually have to go from here? Do we keep going this way? I guess that would make sense.
Sorry, about your fox, and for all the mistakes I made. I didn't know what I was doing. He suffered because of it. The Guardians don't understand me, but you're different.
I mean, it's clear that she regrets what she's doing. She doesn't really understand.
Here, take the last of my treasures.
Oh, this is so sad. I wonder what they are too. Like, the Guardians call them fears, but she calls them treasures. So let's see what this does.
I hope you know what you're doing.
She makes me feel so bad for her too. Like, I just wish we could help her somehow. And here we are back at the sanctuary.
The seed. That's her, all right. Thank you, Fox. Thanks a million. The entrance to the last altar is open. Once the 4 Guardians are assembled, nothing can stop us from performing the true ritual of the seasons.
Okay, so that last piece was actually the seed. That is the seed who was once our guide, and here is the summit, the mysterious summit. So it looks like this is where the altar is going to be, and I'm going to assume that it's also where that final dream is too. So in the next episode, we probably should come back here and try to find it. And look at that, that's the symbol for fall, right? Is it going to make the tree fall?
It's the first time a seed has refused to take part in the ritual. I don't think it's a good idea to force her like that. I get the feeling I've still got a lot to learn. If you think we're acting in her interest, you know what you have to do. Finish what we began. Go in search of the last altars.
So it sounds like the Guardian does actually regret his actions too. It's just like this big story where we kind of need to mend this bond that has been broken between the Seed and the Guardians over time. And I guess we're nearing the end too. So in the next episode, we will go back into the mountains and we'll go visit the summit and see if we can find the very last altar to wake up the Guardian of Summer and summon him back to the sanctuary here so that they can finally complete the full ritual of the seasons for the Seed. You can just barely see the Seed way up there, the poor Seed. And of course, our poor Fox too. She even regrets harming our Fox, which is kind of nice to hear because it didn't seem like she really cared about him before. But I guess that's it for this episode, so thank you all for sticking with me through that very, very tricky puzzle, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys!